Good evening, my extended family. Good evening. It is Tuesday, July 28th, 2020. Boy, it's another hot one. I hope you all had a good night's sleep last night and that the day went well for you today. I pray that everywhere you went, you were greeted with a love that every part of God's creation deserves. Thanks again for letting me spend a few minutes with you this evening. I appreciate every one of you. You're quite special to me. I like to start by reminding each and every one of you that you are simply wonderful right where you are, and that God sure knew what he was doing when he created you. Know that. The word of the day is hyperbaric. I like to learn a new word every day. This word relates to high atmospheric pressure used to treat certain diseases. That's the word of the day, hyperbaric. Today is Milk Chocolate Day. Milk Chocolate Day. I got a story about milk chocolate. When I was a paper boy, I used to try to get out early in the morning and meet up with the milkman and get some chocolate milk from him. We didn't buy much chocolate milk at the house. We always got the regular white milk. But I had a special taste for chocolate milk. So I would try to meet up with him and get there. It was Mr. Dawley. Mr. Dawley used to drive the milk truck. All right, let's get ready to travel. Every night we travel to a different state, and tonight is no exception. So once again, I implore you to put on your little kid imagination. You got to use your little kid imagination because we're going to travel. Tonight's show is coming from a state that was established in 1776. What's interesting about this state, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you. The state was named after Queen Elizabeth I. The major crop here is tobacco and has been for years. It wasn't the first major crop. I forget what the first one was, but the major crop there now and has been for years is tobacco. A town here was the first of the original 13 colonies. The second oldest college in the country, William and Mary, is in this state. The first Thanksgiving was in this state. Part of this state is an island where wild ponies have roamed for centuries. About one half of the Civil War was fought in this state. That's something. This state is referred to as the mother of presidents, as 4 of the first 5 presidents were born there, and 3 more later on, for a total of 8 presidents born in this state. The state fruit is the pawpaw. The state flower is the flowering dogwood. The state bird is the cardinal. It's a beautiful bird. The state tree is the flowering dogwood. The state motto is Sic Semper Tyrannis, which means thus always to tyrants, coined by a signer of the Declaration of Independence. The nickname of this state is the Old Dominion. The state capital is Richmond, and yes, we are in the state of Virginia. Funny laws, top 10 list. Still on the books in some towns in this state. I'm not quite sure if they're still enforced. I don't think they are, but here they are. Number 10, no cussing at another person. I like that law. Number 9, no trick-or-treating on Halloween in one town. That's kind of sad. Number 8, you cannot flip a coin in a restaurant to see who gets stuck with the bill. Number 7, you may not keep a skunk as a pet. Number 6, you may not spit at a seagull. You get 60 days in jail if you spit at a seagull. You may not wash your mule on a sidewalk. Well, there goes my plans for tomorrow. No washing the mule on the sidewalk. Number 4, every time you pass someone on a highway, you have to give a honk. There's a lot of honking going on there. Number 3, police radar detectors are illegal, so just watch your speed when you travel through this state. Number 2, you may not work on Sunday unless you're part of one of the 100 industries that are there. So almost every industry allows work on Sunday, but there is a law on the books, no working on Sunday unless you're part of one of those many industries. And number 1, this one's good. Bribes can only be made by officials or candidates for public office. That's actually on the books. Bribes can only be made by officials or candidates for public office. What happened on this day in history, July 28th, you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you that as well. In 1914, a couple years before I was born, World War I began. In 1945, I didn't know this one, a plane crashed into the Empire State Building. The crash was caused by heavy fog. It was an accident. In 1956, Elvis Presley scores his second number 1 hit. His first number 1 hit was Heartbreak Hotel. 1978, gold hits $200 per ounce. And in 1999, I remember this, the world preparing for Y2K. That all happened on this day in history. Remember the worry about Y2K? 2013, I like this one. Pope Francis held a mass on the beach in Brazil. Over 3 million people gathered to hear him say mass. 1965, President Johnson sends 50,000 more troops to Vietnam. I remember watching every night on the news about the Vietnam War, Walter Cronkite. 1943, President Roosevelt puts an end to coffee rationing. Coffee rationing. Wouldn't that be nice if that was the only problem we had going on today, coffee rationing? The character trait for the month of July, as I've been saying all July, is loyalty and allegiance. It truly is time, I think, for us as Americans to decide just where our allegiances lie. No speech tonight. I just want all of us to know what we're getting into when we cast our votes in November. We want to know all the facts before we cast our vote. And then whatever happens, like I said before, we own it because we gave it some thought. There was a thought process going on. All right, this next short segment of the show is called Old Man Advice from Me. Here it is. It's simple. Drink plenty of water during these hot days, these very hot days. Drink plenty of water. Don't wait till you're thirsty. When you become thirsty, as my doctor says, you've already gotten a little bit dehydrated, and you don't want to be dehydrated at all. So drink up, America. Drink up. The saint of the day today, July 28th, it is the feast day of Blessed Stanley Rother. He was a Catholic priest who volunteered at the missions of Guatemala. Sadly, civil war hit his parish in 1980, and he was murdered right in his rectory. He died for his faith, making him a martyr. He was canonized, means he became a saint, September 23rd, 2017, at a mass attended by 20,000 people. A lot of people still have a faith. Might not be the Catholic faith, but Catholic faith, Jewish faith, Muslim faith. Believe in God. It's a wonderful thing. Have a faith. I'd like to end with a passage from my Bible, which comes from a letter from the book of Jeremiah. Heal me, O Lord, and I will be healed. Save me, and I will be saved, for you are the one I praise. Well, that's the end of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. So until we meet again, stay safe, stay vigilant, stay strong, drink plenty of water, and most importantly, let's be kind to one another. Good night, and may God bless.